And it has been almost exactly 12 hours now since gunfire shattered a 4th of July celebration in Highland Park. What a day it has been, and we have team coverage tonight. The investigation, how it happened, how the suspect was captured.
The victims, resources for those who need it. And we begin with CBS 2's Dana Kozlov. Dana.
Erica and Joe, 12 hours later, 12 hours after the shooting in downtown Highland Park, and this is the scene right now. We are standing at First and Central, but about a block away, that is the actual scene of the shooting that happened this morning. That is at 2nd and Central. You can see the area now illuminated by floodlights brought in by various fire departments to help investigators process that scene for evidence. Police still blocking off several streets around the actual scene, although the perimeter has shrunk now in the past hour. They are still shining those lights as investigators look for any type of evidence at the scene near the roof where police say the gunman was on when he opened fire at 10:14 this morning, 14 minutes after the 4th of July parade here began. That is video that captured the gunshots and then the chaos that ensued as people in the parade and watching the parade began running for their lives. You can hear he fired, opened fire, stopped, and then opened fire again. People ran for blocks, leaving behind personal items in the streets that are still there now. 5 people pronounced dead at the scene. Another person died at a nearby hospital. Now, police say the suspect used a high-powered rifle. They say he got up onto the roof of that business by using a ladder that was attached to the side of that building. Now, one woman who came back around 6 p.m. tonight to get her belongings describes the moments after the shooting.
So first we weren't sure if it was firecrackers, but it all happened in a split second, and we just said people were starting to run this way. Self-preservation. You just know. I think something just kicks in. You know you have to go. Couldn't help anybody else. We just had to take care of ourselves.
Self-preservation, that is likely what many people were thinking as they began running when they realized that they were not hearing fireworks, but they were indeed hearing gunshots. She was at the parade, by the way, with her husband, her daughter, her son-in-law, and her 6-year-old granddaughter. After that happened, people here in Highland Park were told to shelter in place for hours until that suspect was caught. And just a few minutes ago, I talked to another woman who came here to pick up the belongings that they left behind, and she told me that her friend was able to get away and get in a car and start driving away, but she encountered a woman who was flagging her friend down in that car. The woman who was asking for help was with her mother, who had been shot in the head. And she was also with her children, and that Good Samaritan, I was told, actually took that shooting victim to a hospital. We don't know anything more than that. We're looking to confirm that, but it appears in that one instance, a Good Samaritan stopped and actually may have transported one of the shooting victims to a hospital. I'm live in downtown Highland Park. Dana Kozlov, CBS 2 News. Joe and Erica.
So many harrowing stories, Dana, for sure. I'm wondering, how did police handle that scene? Did they have it closed off to collect evidence? And how did they handle the people wanting to come back and get their belongings?
Well, they've had it closed off to collect evidence since very shortly after the shooting. And in fact, the actual initial perimeter, which was locked down, was much larger than it is right now. That perimeter actually just shrunk about an hour ago, not even an hour ago. So it was barricaded. There were police cars that were keeping people from walking and also driving down many of the streets around this area here. And I should also mention there are police departments from all over the northern suburbs that are helping out, in addition to the Lake County Major Crimes Task Force, in addition to the FBI, all helping Highland Park police. So it wasn't until many hours later that some people began showing up and asking if they could retrieve some of their belongings within that perimeter. And some officers would say, okay, let me help you, point them out, I'll walk you down. But some people were turned away. And just now, as that perimeter shrunk, more and more people are coming back to gather what they left behind. Joe, Erica.
All right, Dana, thank you very much.